Tekken 1, you know what? This is an easy one. No game modes, no practice mode. You just either play the arcade or you just play against somebody else. But even when Tekken 1 was new, who would want to play that shit? I mean, the graphics weren't bad for its time, but come on, those character models. You gotta fucking hold back the block. There's no auto block like what you see in Tekken 2 and onwards. The stages look okay, but other than that, I mean, it's not like the character endings are good. It's, I mean, the game looks bad. It plays bad. If you look at my playlist, you can't go by that shit. Okay, that's me fucking playing with two controllers, making the fights look good. Okay, I did that game justice. Tekken 1, it gets an F, automatic F. Now, if it added like a game mode or two, added a practice mode, maybe a team battle or some shit, it would probably be almost as good as Tekken 2. It's not that Tekken 1 doesn't have potential, it's just that it doesn't have enough to live up to it. So, because of that, the game is trash. Tekken 2, underrated ass game. Underrated ass game. This game is only a year from Tekken 1, and look at the major improvements in this. Far better graphics, better movement. I mean, the music in this game, the new characters, music is on a whole nother level. And this is a fun ass game. Oh, but it's age, it's old. No, fuck that. I'm not one of these veteran Tekken players that only likes the game just because it's fucking old. That's bullshit. Okay? If you were to watch a Tekken 2 video right now, look, you would be like, this is a fun, good looking, bright ass game, bro. I mean, look at the character endings, outside of maybe a few. Classic ass endings, man. Look at how well developed and more mature Anna and Nina are. I mean, just everything. Look at the storytelling behind King, Armor King. Just everybody. Kazuya with that purple pimp suit. Looks like a legit fucking boss. He looks more like a boss than probably any other boss in the history of Tekken. In Tekken 2. Okay, how can you hate this game? I'm going to give this game an A. I got to give it an A, man. It deserves an A. Tekken 3. The best Tekken game ever, hands down. There's nothing better than Tekken 3. It will never get better than Tekken 3. Don't get your hopes up. Tekken 8 might be a damn good game, for all we know. It ain't gonna be better than Tekken 3. I can guarantee you that. Well, Tekken 8 should be its own thing. Why are you comparing it to Tekken 3? It shouldn't try to be better than Tekken 3. It should be, yeah, I agree. And I'll still tell you, I'm not comparing Tekken 3 to Tekken 8. I'm comparing Tekken 3 to every game in the series, bro. It's better. Better music than every game. Better character endings than every game. Better character models than every other game. This is the attitude era of Tekken. Hands down, bro. You listen to that music. Listen to that damn music, bro. Look at the character models. Look how cool Yoshimitsu looks in Tekken 3. Hell, look how good Jin is a pure badass. Look at Nina's character model. I mean, look at how the color contrast. Look at how good she looks in them jeans and shit. Once again, it had that same mature theme, that mature classic aura to it like that Tekken 2 had, except much better. Oh, but Tekken 2 sucks because there's no sidestep. Who gives a shit? Tekken 2 is still a damn good game. Street Fighter to this day doesn't have any goddamn sidestep. And many of y'all fucking praise that overrated piece of shit game. to where every half the characters do all the same fucking moves. Okay, so Tekken 3 is also the most experimental game. It has the best game modes. Tekken Ball is a fun game mode to play. The best Tekken Force. What more can I say? Look at Eddie's fucking ending on this game. Eddie's ending looks like straight out of a 90s black movie, bro. Out of a 90s hood movie. Good shit. Ogre's a good boss as well. The game, what would I rate this game? An S. 10 out of 10. Hands down. It's S. It's an S. Tekken Tag Tournament. Oh man, I wanted this game so bad as a kid, and finally my father bought me my first PS2 in December 2001. The Christmas of 2001. Bought me my first PS2 and Tekken Tag because I wanted the game so bad. And finally I got it, and in the long run, a disappointment. Why? Because you buy the game at home or on console and it looks bougie as hell. It's not like what it was in the arcade. It's not like the arcade version. Not even saying it's bad. I'm not saying Tekken Tag is bad. But it definitely could have been a lot better on the console, man. It doesn't even look like Tekken Tag because it's so different from the arcade version. You can play it on the computer, yeah. Well, here's the thing. I want to play the shit on the console so I can actually get stuff like character endings and other game modes. Okay, you download this shit on the arcade version on your computer or whatever. You're just gonna be playing the arcade version. I mean the arcade mode, and that's it. Okay, I went an entire game, but they couldn't put the game on PlayStation 1 hardware because PlayStation 1 hardware wasn't powerful enough to fit 4 characters at once. So that shit wasn't going to work. They wanted to do that, and I'm actually glad that we did get the game on PS2. It makes perfect sense. The graphical leap between Tekken 3 and Tekken 4 is way too great. We need something in between that shit. And Tekken Tag was the right. And Tekken Tag on PS2 was the right move. Best looking early PS2 game, hands down. I'll give it that. But it's nothing like the arcade version as far as how fun it is. You know, how edgy it feels. The arcade version of Tekken Tag felt like an even better, edgier version of Tekken 3. That game would have been a GOAT if we could actually get that on console. Instead, we got bougie graphics, washed up bougie graphics. You know, that made the game felt just not as edgy, not as fun. Lazy ass Tekken 1-ish character endings. A boring ass Tekken Bowl. This game gets a C. I'm sorry, a lot of people might disagree and say, oh, Tekken Tag is great. Yeah, in the arcade version, yeah. The home version is nothing like the original Tekken Tag, or what Tekken Tag was supposed to be. It gets a C because it's Tekken Tag at the end of the day, but it's not. It has a lot of flaws in it, especially them character endings. Graphically looks great. Graphically, I would give it an A or an S. Hell, an S. But the game as a whole is very mediocre. Okay, I would give it a C. Tekken 4. You know, when I first got this game, I wasn't too crazy about it. Because I was stuck on Tekken Tag. You know, I still had that Tekken Tag 1 fever. That also, you know, and then when there was starting a new generation of Tekken, and it felt too different. It felt as Tekken 4 felt as real as my freshman year of high school when I got the game. So it felt too different. I wasn't too crazy about it, but fast forward a year later, 2003, I played the game for a good year. One of my favorite games. I got used to the realism. And I saw the game for how great it actually is. There's some flaws. It's a little bit bare bones. compared to the games afterwards. Um, Moves are kind of iffy. But you know what? I would give this game a B. Yeah, I think I would give Tekken 4 a B. I think it's fair to give Tekken 4 like a B, like a B plus or some shit. Because it is one of the best Tekken games, hands down. I can see why some people don't like it because it's too different. But I mean, come on, best storytelling, hands down. The best, graphically looks the best. I mean, I actually started to dig the direction Tekken was going at this point. It is too bad that it didn't go further into the realism, great storytelling direction. But hey, I guess a lot of fans didn't like it, so they had to, go back to their old formula. I understand, but still, you got to give it credit for what it did. Tekken 5 was another game that I wasn't that crazy about. I'm like, yeah, it's fun, it's all right, but I wasn't too crazy about it when I first got the game because it felt like, oh, after Tekken 4, we should get something more realistic, even more realistic, right? They went back to the old formula, so I was kind of iffy about Tekken 5 at first. But great game. It was a good idea because, in the eyes of the average Tekken fans who go back to their old formula because Tekken 4 was just too different. So, what would I give Tekken 5? After it's all said and done, especially with two great bosses in Double Jin, especially Double Jin and Jinpachi. Some people might disagree with this. I would give it a B. Here's why. Here's why I don't think Tekken 5 is the best game. It's one of the best, in my opinion. I mean, the sales certainly speak for itself. But Tekken 5 was the beginning of watering down the story and making everybody a goof character outside of the Mishimas. I didn't like that. Tekken 5 was the beginning of cheesy storylines, not very interesting storylines, and just making everybody a doofus. And everybody shouldn't be a goofball. But at the same time, this game introduced interludes. A great idea. A great idea. Tekken Devil Within was actually a pretty damn good game mode. They were teasing the return of Jun Kazama actually in that mode. When you get to stage 4 and stage 5, great music in those two cities, by the way. I gotta hand it to him. Made you think that Jin was gonna find his mother. Great idea. The music was pretty good. Not Tekken 3 good, but getting there. It brought back that edginess from Tekken 3. Which also makes the game good, but because it was the beginning of the end of Tekken being good, I gotta give it a B. Playing this in an amusement park, at least a version of Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection, it gave me a good impression. It really did. Because it felt like a newer DLC, better version of Tekken 5. At first impression, with the new characters Lily Dragunov, Armor King's brother, I should say, gave me a good impression. I like the new color scheme and the new stages, revamped stages. But at the end of the day, it really just was, for the most part, just Tekken 5 with a new color scheme. For the most part, I don't think it was all that great. Tekken 5 was very Smash Mouth broken, but Tekken 5 was broken in a fun way though, in a good way broken. Whereas Tekken 4 was kind of broken in a bad way. overall, this game didn't have a whole lot to offer outside of piggybacking off the original Tekken 5. It felt too smooth. I mean, I'm glad that was a good idea. But Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection was going down that Tekken 6 route that I did not like. Of good smooth play, but a boring game. So I gotta give Dark Resurrection a C. I gotta give it a C. A lot of people probably prefer the original Tekken 5 over Dark Resurrection, and I don't blame them. Tekken 6. Oh, we're going there, folks. We are going there. Unpopular opinion alert. Now, what I can say about this game, in my honest opinion, este juego apesta. Let me translate that in English. This game motherfucking sucks. Bland, stale, boring, nothing memorable. An obnoxious scenario campaign where Lisa is no help to you in the later stages. Oh, and even outside of that, the story is so fucking bland and boring. You just can't wait to get it over with and just beat the mode. I would say every other version of Tekken Force is better than this one. Just uninteresting. The character models, uninteresting, unrememberable. Most of the music, just not interesting. Oh, remember when I brought up Tekken 5 going down that cheesy route of making every character goofy outside of the Mishimas? Oh, well, Tekken 6 decided to double down on it. The new characters weren't even interesting outside of being broken. Lars was boring as shit. Elisa had the most personality out of anybody in this scenario campaign, hands down. She's a fucking robot. Raven, seemingly the coolest thing in Tekken 5, Raven, became the most boring, stale character in Tekken 6. No personality whatsoever. Probably the best thing about this game is probably the electric fountain, and maybe you could what do you call it? Oh, you can read the text in the scenario campaign for every character you pick. The dialogue. Oh, just like the prologue and the prologues now? Wow. Why? Awesome. Wow. Who cares? The game is still boring as shit. Oh, wait. None of that matters because character customization. Oh, because that has anything to do with the gameplay. Get the fuck out of here. I would say Tekken 6 is playable. You know, it's maybe just fun enough to play. Honestly, if you really want to be honest, I would give this game a D. D, boring as shit, bland as shit. All the character endings are cheesy, boring, uninteresting. Just a bland ass game. Even worse. Even fucking worse. I can see why this game killed the series, man. Almost killed the series. Tekken Tag 2. I thought I wasn't giving this game a chance. I thought maybe I just bought this game in a bad time in my life. No, this game just fucking sucks, man. Infinite tag combos, okay. Just don't play the game online. You ain't gotta worry about that. Not a big deal. But what about everything else that's wrong with this game? Offline modes. Oh, if there hardly is any that are fun. I mean, the bosses are pretty good. The ogre boss is all right. June the Unknown, that's all right. But what about the game as a whole? Hardly any interesting music whatsoever. Um, Even longer and even cheesier, unbearably long, cheesy character endings. The only good character endings I've really seen maybe is Nina's and Lay's maybe. And maybe the King's, but outside of that, hell no, this shit sucks. Even triple down. Tekken 6 doubled down on the cheesiness, and then Tekken Tag 2 just took the cheesiness on a whole nother level. I can't believe this shit. I mean, the graphics in this game look fucking good. I'll give you that. Good graphics. The character endings have very good graphics, as you can see, but the endings are unbearable to sit through. I mean, this is supposed to be the all-star tag, and this game is just a happier version of a boring Tekken 6. It's worse than Tekken 6. This game is ass. I mean, what good music? Does this game even have any good music? Oh, well, this may be all right. Well, what about where's the resemblance of Tekken Tag in this game? And what makes this game Tekken Tag exactly? What, some half-assed DLC characters that are just clones? Wow. Well, let's see. The gallery music. I like the gallery music. The do 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 do. Yeah, that's the only resemblance of Tekken Tag 1 greatness. Otherwise, in the school, the Mishima school, Polytech school, I like that stage. But still, Tekken Tag 1 is a better game than this, hands down. With even Fall of Flaws Tekken Tag 1 had, it's better than this shit. That's probably why they even decided to even put out Hybrid, aka Tekken Tag 1 in HD. Because they realized, the developers realized how trash this game is. Man, this game sucked. This game, F. I'm gonna give it an F. It's worse than Tekken 6. At least Tekken 6 had like a boring story, but at least a dark and well-written story. I'll give it that. It just was boring. The story wasn't bad in Tekken 6, just boring. But this game is just completely boring and senseless. Tekken Revolution, I never even played it, but I already know about it. They took it off the market. That should tell you everything you need to know. F. Nice music though. Tekken 7. This game gets a lot of shit, but I think and well-deserved shit. But I think Tekken 7 is a little bit overhated because people still want to play this game. I mean, it looks good. I mean, not compared to Tekken 8. I mean, of course we know that, but Tekken 8 is not on a low budget either. I mean, for a game that's on a low budget, Tekken 7 is pretty damn good. I mean, nice looking clean graphics. The introduction to Rage Arts and Rage Drives, I always thought that was kind of a nice thing to add. That's why I implemented that into my choreographed matches. Because before Tekken 7, I was using smites as finishes. Because there were no Rage Arts and Rage Drives. So, and this game actually has a decent story. Offline, yeah, of course, offline is complete shit. Too easy, nothing fun to do. Even the Ultimate Tekken Bowl was complete trash, not fun. Even worse than the Tekken Bowl and Tekken Tag 1. People hate on Lucky Chloe, but I mean, some of these new characters are pretty decent. I mean, at least Lucky Chloe fits into a modern generation, a new generation. So you can only hate her but so much. Claudio's a good character. But other than that, so. I never want to see Shaheen again. Man, he sucks. This game actually kind of went in the right direction of, you know, catering to a new audience. Good idea. Same thing Tekken 4 was trying to do. And people still hate Tekken 4 to this day over it. So of course Tekken 7 is gonna be the same thing. So offline sucks, but the story mode, this is pretty decent. You gotta admit. I mean, outside of the low budget narrator, the story itself is pretty damn good. But because of the problems with this game, yeah, it's too many things that are not so good about it. You know what? I think I'll give Tekken 7 a C because, but it did good. It did really good. So, yeah.